they just pick you a person?
Hey everybody, it's your boy SergDragon, and welcome back to another edition of Power Rangers Legacy Wars. I was just given a question by my buddy T Money. What?
I said, do you get to choose, or they just pick you a person who they want you to use?
No, you got to choose which characters and which assist characters you got to lose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can only pick 2 assists, so you got to strategize and power them up.
Oh.
See? You can power them up and do this. And it even gives you more power if you power these guys up. And you partner them up, they take that. See, it says talents apply to all warriors on the team. So this character and all his perks will increase the power of the assist characters as well as themselves.
Evil Kimberly.
And vice versa. Evil Kimberly, yes. Ranger Slayer. So these are the characters I'm going with for the defense wins battles, since he's a defense class. So that's what I'm going with. No problem. Definitely want to get him to that first bar. Because that way you get, if you go even further, you can power them up even more, but it's going to cost you, and it takes a while.
I can see Evil Tommy and Evil Kimberly ruling the world together as a husband and wife.
Yeah, and he's got an arsenal. He's got an army. I don't know how. Hold up. I'll explain later. Give me a second.
Never underestimate the power of ninja.
3, 2, 1.
He's got 2 strikes. Don't use breaker. Don't use breaker. Gotcha. Don't use it again. Don't use it again. Thank you. Oh, I don't have enough energy. Try it. That failed. He's going for a breaker. Oh, I dodged that. Nice. That I couldn't dodge. Breaker? Keep always expecting it. Yep, did it. 1, 2. He's going for it? Yeah, he did. I'll take it. You're done. Wait, he's not done. Hit it. Stop. Okay, as I was saying, Evil Tommy in the Dark Universe, where he pledges allegiance and was faithful to Rita after the Darksaber was destroyed, right? The sword?
The dragon, the shadow sword.
Shadow sword. Yeah, well, guess what? He actually conquered the planet with Rita, and now he rules it. But he didn't just defeat the Power Rangers, because this would have been interesting to see that combination. Because Tommy chose to stay with Rita, they chose Jason to be the new White Ranger. But when he was going through the process of transferring the power, here comes Tommy, and he goes for the kill, taking both the power of the white and the green and combining them, which gives him his look. And the red visor instead of the normal black.
Okay.
That would have been cool to see what would have been the outcome if another storyline, another universe, multiverse, where the powers of the white and red combined for Jason. That would have been interesting. I would love to see that.
I'm saying I could see Evil Kimberly and Evil Tommy ruling the world together.
Yeah. Now, here's another thing. After him defeating them, he took their coins.
Yeah.
Or actually, he copied them.
Yeah.
So he has an army of Black Rangers as foot soldiers. He has a battalion, like they're specialized not in swords anymore. They specialize in spears for the Red Rangers, and they have capes. And his generals are the Yellow Rangers. He couldn't copy the blue power coin from Billy because it was out of his hands. He couldn't ever get it. So he doesn't have any Blue Rangers. So the Black Rangers are in the console game Battle for the Grid, but not the yellow or the reds. That would be interesting. Ooh, harvest time. A lot of people actually like doing that at cosplays. If they can get a lot of black helmets and some of the guns modified, the battle axes, they could actually go as a troop of Lord Dracon's. I don't know what they call it. Battalion, enforcers, SWAT, whatever you call it. I have to look that up and see what they were
I
called.
was thinking they're probably like war soldiers, something like that.
Mm-hmm. But I think the heavy hitters were the Red Rangers because of the spears.
Yeah.
But don't underestimate the wave of guns of the Black Rangers. As far as Yellow Rangers, I didn't really remember what their weapons were, so that was something.
So they had wait, the Red Rangers had spears?
Yeah, instead, you know that part of the sword where the handle is?
Yeah.
That red part?
Yeah.
It incorporated into the spear.
Yeah.
So they got a longer handle to turn it from a power saber to a power spear.
That's like
Or javelin or claymore, whatever you call it. Halbert.
Jason had a sword though.
Yeah, that's he did.
Yeah.
And he would have had the combination of Saba, which was the White Ranger's sword, and the power saber combined. That would have been awesome. But nope, he got killed by brainwashed Tommy, and it corrupted him to the core.
Well, yeah, dude, that's his friend they were best friends.
Another one was Trinity, where she actually hacked Black Dragon and incorporated in armor like Iron Man. That character is in the Battle for the Grid console. I hope to see if I can get that on Nintendo Switch someday.
Dude, I've seen people to make on YouTube Jason versus Tommy.
Oh yeah. That's a little history lesson from the comic books that I've read. I seriously need to get issue 21 because I'm behind. I am behind. There's a Solar Ranger, for Pete's sake. Between two, and the power is shared between two girls who are, for lack of a better word, lesbians for one another. So they share the power of the Solar Ranger. She's pretty badass in this game. I'm trying to get her, but not doing so good. I don't think I collected one shard of her yet. I don't think I did. Yeah, she would have been up here. She was in the Mighty Morphin comics, so she's Mighty Morphin. Yeah, she's not here. There she is. Alright. Back in the battle. That took up some time. This probably be a 10-minute, if not a little more than that, video because I have to get back to work. Damn, congestion. Sorry if the sound of my me, I guess snotting, my nose snorting disturbs you. Sorry. Ricardo Rodriguez. Rodrigo.
2, 1,
Regina.
go!
Ooh, you got all of that. Figured that was coming. Wait. I didn't know what was coming, I just knew I could dodge it. And that I couldn't. Damn. 1, 2. Gotcha. Only 4 hits, that's fine. What? I thought I had you. I had that. I thought I had that. Yeah. Okay. Four hits. 1, 2. Here it comes. Get it. Yes. 1, 2. Don't have it. Yes. Thank you. I would have lost if she had Ricardo Rene Godo had a block. I would have lost. Ooh, I got a bronze. And I'm in the emerald now? I didn't notice that. That's good. Work in progress. Definitely getting more wins after leveling up to 6. Now I gotta see if I can level them up to 7. That's gonna take a while. X code.
3, 2, 1, go!
Here it comes. 1, 2, there's a block. Out of energy. Take the full block. Wait, how did you... Thank you. Nice. Nice combo. Now take the full block of this. Oh, you dodged. Take that. I have to take that too. Damn! Very good. You knew what he was doing. Very good. Psycho energy. Who's up? LT Grade.
3, 2,
We got a Nickelodeon's fan up in here. I remember LT Grade. That was cool. Eat this. You took all that. There's the breakers. 1, 2. We got another one? Ooh, nice dodge. 1, 2, 3. You don't have another one, do you? Ooh, I thought that breaker was coming. Okay. You're done. Wait, what? Now you're done. Thanks for the win, Elton. Ooh, save that for later. And I'm done with that. Alright, let me see my characters. 9, 9, 9, 9, 8. Same thing, they're both attacks. Alright, let's go over here. How's the balance? And the attack. Oh, you're a balance too. Alright, let's see you. Almost there to 9. That means somebody's good. Got you on 9. Got you on 10. Best defense assist. Alright, let's see the other ones. Aha, perfect. I'm gonna need that for Mondays. Alright. I could have given that to Cammy, but she's more needed for the Mondays. And let's see. Who else? Yeah, I already got that. Unless I don't. Nah. See, they're almost there. Okay, and who else? Who else? There you go. Yeah, you're good. And yes, you. You're at 9. I don't train you, that's right. I already checked you. Yeah, you. Let's see you. You're all 8s. Ah, yes, yeah. So I need you at that. Yeah, I could have powered you up with your health, but that's fine. I can do you next time. Yeah, don't train this one. Yeah, there. That's another one. 9, 9, 9, 8. Oh, so I messed up and gave you one. I could have given that to him. Okay. There's the other one I needed to work. That's right. So you got 1 8, 2 8s in health, and 2 7s and 1 6. And you need some serious power-ups. So I'll start working on you for those days when they have the putties events. Now we go down here and see the other ones. Yep, you're good. Where's Kimberly? There she is. Yeah, okay. Alright. Because those two are actually pretty good together. People whooping my ass with them. And you? Oh, yes, here we go. Alright. Next. Okay. He's good for trickery. As well as him. And it's been a while since I used you. Alright. So that's done. You know what? I'm going to do one more bout just for the sake of arguing. Figured I could show you what characters I usually use. It all depends on the luck of the draw. And you gotta power them up. That was for some of my league members who are asking for tips. Hey, Gray.
3,
Let's go.
2, 1, go!
Try to predict their moves. Once you learn their move sets. Oops. See, I timed that too late. Wait for the strike. It's not a breaker. They don't have any block attacks. Do this. I can save my energy, and here it goes. Combo. Wait for it. Oh. Thank you. Wait for it. Ooh, tricky. Should have done that from way over there, dude. Could have moved. I'll take it. You going for another strike, or are you going for a breaker? Show me what you got. I'm still here. Come on. Saw that coming. Learn to use different characters, fight them as many times as possible, and you will learn their movesets. Not all the time will they go the way you want, but hey, it's best to examine and try to think ahead. That's why I always got it. I study the moves. If they don't got a block, put blocks on their team. If they got more breakers, like the red ones, and a block attack of their own, put strikes on their team. And of course, if they have a well balance of strikes and a block attack with one breaker, give them 2 breakers. That's the way I think. Always try to have a team of breakers, blocks, and strikes depicting on the characters you need. And you can always switch them up depending on what strategy you want. These are the best ones I got, but I can always go for Kimberly and Tommy, or I can actually call upon this one to freeze my opponent. She's good too if you want to power her up. She's quick. This one I actually might think of powering up because at level 3, his attack is pretty darn strong. Pull and strike. So that's a possibility. Always also look at their capability and power. Depends on what you want. Strategy-wise, you want combo moves where you have your opponent in the air and staggered or knocked out at all times to continue with the combinations. That's up to you. Or you just want to deal massive damage without giving your opponent any time to breathe. For these two, these work better with this character because one, this guy always hits real fast from afar. And the farther you are, the more damage you can do. But if you need a quick shot hit, if you got him, use him. For her, I've been seeing people use her, and I've taken note that she is good to lift the opponent, and she can do some damage going across the field. Not all the way up, halfway across the field, sorry. Which actually can do you some good. Once you hit and she lifts, you can actually do anything with any of his moves. You can use the energy orb, brachial beatdown, Jurassic strike, or wind strike. And it doesn't just work for him. It can work for a lot of other characters. So, depends. This one's always good to hit a strong amount of damage. And this one, originally I liked it because it gave you time to relax, to stack up your energy after it hit and the arrows came down to knock him out, but they debuffed that. The last arrow doesn't knock him out anymore. The second to last arrow does. So that's weird. And there's plenty of blocks. There's a lot of other blocks. This one is good. It's not as powerful, but it can knock out your opponent to put them to sleep for a bit. This one hits a lot of damage, but takes up half your points, so that could be iffy. This one can be blocked halfway through because of the fact that it can burn. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but the burn does last for a bit. This one's good for combos if you want to flip him in the air. This one is just a block, really. It only does 2 hits and it doesn't sweep them off their feet on the second hit. So that's only good if you need a fill-in. This one I used to work with. This one could hit hard and fast. You don't see it coming. But it takes a lot of energy. This one's an oldie. But he does hit hard. Well, depends on if you... Oh, that's why. I haven't boosted him, but he does hit hard. If you soup him up. I thought I did. That's weird. I thought I did. He should hit a lot harder than that. Oh well. I'll see if I can work on him another day. And this one's pretty good too. Even though its attack is so weak. If you need a fill-in, he's good. Or strategy-wise, if you want to block, hit, and then sonic boom to damage him over there and push him far, that could help too. But I like hitting the hard-hitting damage. And for breakers, well, breakers, they're good. Some are fast, some are slow. Always think of that in advance. These two are my top heavy hitters on breakers, but there are 2 others. There's the Dragon Shield Zack. Apparently he's hard hitting without any talents boosted, as well as Chun-Li Ranger's assist. She can't go nowhere, but if you time it perfectly, man, she hits a lot of damage, especially at level 3. So other ones besides that, I see a lot of people using him, but
he doesn't do a lot of damage, which is weird. I think they power him up like crazy. Of course, this one's a fan favorite. And I did use him sometimes. Depends on the character. This one's another fan favorite. This one sucks. So bad. That sucks. Now, this one's been getting into the tricky combinations. And this one, he hits fast. He crosses the field for you. But if he's up close to your opponent, he comes out of nowhere. And I think there was another one that did that. I think Goldar. Goldar did that. But he's a hard-hitting strike. And this breaker I've seen people use a lot. This one I want because it's a fast breaker. This one used to hit really hard. I mean, really, really hard in the 3000s. But they debuffed her because of that. And they increased her number from 5 to 6. That's debuffing. And she does hard hit, and she causes burn. So that's good. This one's a fan favorite sometimes, as well as this one. And this one freezes your opponent, so yeah. So there's some tips for you in my league and anybody else who needs it. So I'll title that SergDragon does the Thursday mission with tips. And I guess maybe a story on certain characters that I'm looking forward to playing in this game. With that said, I'm your boy SergDragon. This is the end of the episode. If you like this video, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell for the next video. You didn't like this video, you're free to give it a thumbs down. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.